And we're back with Christmas theme for the review.
Now with 50% more Christmas.
50% more Christmas. 150% more Christmas. I watched one of the most horrible movies I have ever seen in my entire life. It's called Christmas Twister.
Is it a Hallmark movie?
It sounds like it should be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Christmas Twister. It was initially called like F6 Tornadoes or something. And it's on Amazon Prime if you've got Amazon Prime. Otherwise, I'm guessing you can probably, throw $2.99 at it or something. But it stars Casper Von Dien. And
no idea who that is.
He was in Starship Troopers.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks like if Dolph Lundgren had a kid.
He's the cute one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so
the chiseled
one. Very chiseled, yes. Very. In fact, he barely moves his jaw through the whole film. He talks he literally talks like his jaw is wired shut a little bit.
Oh boy.
Which was a little unnerving at first, except that everybody talks like that in the movie. And it also has an appearance by Richard Burgi. I'm trying to think. He was in one of those housewives shows. I feel like he's in a lot of cop dramas too.
Okay.
If you look him up, you'll recognize him.
Okay.
But yeah, the only saving grace of this movie is the death scene toward the end, which is just epic.
What's the plot?
There's a tornado.
I know, but is it like there's the big city woman or man with the high-powered executive job /
yes, that would be his wife, the news reporter, and he is a university professor who had to leave his last job because he apparently sent out a false alarm about a storm that was coming. And then he was wrong about it, and everybody evacuated and everything else, and mayhem ensued, and nothing happened. And I'm like, why would you get fired from your job for being
for doing
cautious?
Your job?
Yeah, you see the evidence. I guess they didn't like the fact that he was global warming, and so this entire movie, I swear to God, if I heard global warming and climate change one more time, I was going to spray aerosol into the atmosphere. I was just gonna lose it. It was just that many times.
Wow.
It was really bizarre. And then there's this cluster of tornadoes that I was like, okay, I'm settling in expecting sort of a Sharknado sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
No Sharknado. Sharknado is far more entertaining.
So why are you asking me to watch this?
Because it's so bad, you have to see it. Say yes, that's part of our New Year's resolution.
Yeah, but it's December 22nd.
Yeah.
At this exact moment.
It was one of those things where a friend of mine was like, oh my God, this is the worst Christmas movie ever. Watch it. And I was like, okay.
All right.
I
guess I know what I'm doing today.
When you've got something that tastes horrible and smells horrible and you're like, oh God, this is disgusting. Try this.
You try this.
And then you're the one that goes, oh, I want to try that. And it's here, right? It's horrible. And yeah, oh my God, it's horrible. So I have to share. Misery loves company.
See, when you told me Christmas Twister, I thought that there had been a new game released and it was some sort of kinky twister with Christmas themes.
Nothing near as entertaining as that. It is.
We should release that.
Christmas Twister?
Yeah.
Where you get tangled up in Christmas lights and somebody's got to unwind you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No.
Come save you.
There already is a Christmas Twister out there. It's the lights that you packed from last year.
Oh, yeah. True.
Because that is Christmas Twister. You end up getting all tangled up in those lights, and then somebody's got to help you get out of them. Inevitably. It's a job.
It happens in the box. Something happens when they're boxed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
No matter how neatly you put them away.
It's true. So, yeah, that's one of the things I've been watching, along with
The Witcher.
So after watching whatever that was going on in Christmas Twister, I had to cleanse my brain palette by watching The Witcher season 2 completely from start to finish.
You watched it all. See, I'm savoring it. So I've only watched 3 episodes so far because I'm taking my time with it and enjoying it.
I was really glad that there was like 200% more plot than season 1.
And by that you mean actually there is a lot of plot where
yes, there is an actual story. So
Geralt is showing a whole lot of compassion and fatherly instincts and stuff so far.
Yeah.
Which seeing Henry Cavill look at a little kid with adoration in his eyes made my uterus explode. I was like, more babies.
I'm well past my prime.
I'm well past my prime. Let's have more babies.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was really cool to see that. It was also really cool to see his evolution too. Because
yes,
you find, it's like they're supposed to be unemotional and everything else, but there's so much emotion.
Oh yeah. All of them. I'm enjoying watching the whole Witcher crew.
Yes.
All of them together and their banter and how they interact together. And I'm really enjoying. Sorry?
Lamb Chop's my favorite.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching Ciri.
Yeah,
and how she's so determined.
Yeah.
And remember last season she was just like this lump of cloth that things were happening to, and now she's
taking
gonna happen to people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for you to like finish it because there's so much plot, like actual for real plot.
Like actual for real plot, or Henry Cavill with his shirt off, which is enough for me.
Surprisingly, I don't think he goes shirtless in this season.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, there's like no. I mean, there is more naked women flesh, but that's about it.
The ending of the 3rd episode was interesting. I don't want to give spoilers, but Yennefer and what she does, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, she's full of surprises this season. So I was just like, wow, because not only does Geralt evolve, but she evolves like leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting to see that whole evolution happen. And
yeah, they've done well with it, I think.
Yeah.
The books are really good, and the show is different in its own way, and it's just as good, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was watching the, behind the scenes thing at the very end of it all, and they were talking about how they don't really get into it in the books, like other than to say the Witchers go to their house and like stay there over the winter to like recharge.
Recuperate, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's an anime of it.
Yes.
And it was in the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so they took all of that and brought it into the show, and then added extra Witchers because it was just like the big 3 at one point. But they don't really get into the one guy's backstory too much in the show.
Mm.
The one that Geralt went through witchery with.
Right. The one that died.
Yeah. So they don't go into his backstory too much. But and the tree was something new too.
Yeah.
Metals on it.
The one thing with all the hands and the scorpion tail and oh my god,
that was terrifying.
That was hideous.
Oh,
what a monster.
Where do you find out about that? Oh, there's some. I can't wait for you to finish the series. Damn it! Binge watch it. Do it now.
No, I'm savoring it.
Watch it twice. I'll probably rewatch it actually because it was just
there's a lot going on. I feel like there's a lot more to see.
There is, and I got like really sucked into it like where the first season, it was just kind of like, okay, there is a whole lot of nakedness and sex going on, and that's awesome. There really wasn't a lot of story. It was
well, yes, there was, but it was 3 storylines.
Yeah, but
that had to all kind of converge.
It was minimal storyline. It was a lot of walking. I felt.
What do you think people did without cars?
Well, yeah, I know that, but
there is a lot of walking. I mean,
like I loved the Bard in the first season. So he has a new song in the second season, and it's pretty fantastic. I can't wait for Leo Maricoli to cover that one. But yeah, this season is so much fun. I absolutely loved it. Like the characters are just so much more fleshed out, and like the storyline is.
I'm enjoying it immensely.
Like there's more storylines, but it's easier to keep track of because they're all kind of converging.
Yeah.
And they all seem to converge at Centris. So I thought that was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, bring it all together.
Oh. So what other things have you been watching? What's your favorite Christmas movie this year?
For the first time, we watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with my son. And he literally fell off the couch laughing. Nice. Like, he's sitting there, he's like rolling around on the couch. He was just like, as soon as Cousin Eddie came on the scene, he was just rolling. And when the woman made the Jello mold of cat food, that was, and then her cat's like in the box. Like all of it was just so, seeing it fresh through my kids' eyes was fantastic because, we take it all for granted, and then all of a sudden there's all these like slapstick funny parts. Like, I mean, Chevy Chase is the king of slapstick, and when he goes through the floor and he's up in the attic and he's all dressed up in like flapper gear watching old home movies and crying. And she pulls down the door and he just falls.
Like you do.
I mean, I don't understand why he was sitting on the door to begin with. It's like, that's a door. Why the hell are you sitting on it?
Perhaps for reasons.
For comedic reasons. So yeah, my son really loved that. He loved when Santa Claus gets blown up and goes flying through the air on fire with all the reindeer. What other parts did he like? Oh, when they turn on the lights for the first time, and it's like that whole light switch thing, and all of a sudden they turn the lights on for the first time and it blinds the neighbors. Because he's got like 2,500 imported Italian lights stapled to the house. Christmas lights. So yeah, we watched that one. What else have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of YouTube.
Same. I've been watching actually a lot of there's a channel called Philosophy Tube, and they do a lot of stuff about like Confucius and Sun Tzu and all of the different philosophers, Socrates, Plato, but it's done in a very engaging way. The person who does it, I say person because it's a trans woman, so in some episodes they're presenting as a man, in other episodes they're presenting as a woman. So the person that does it is really just brilliant. I mean, obviously knows their stuff and has a lot of like thought and effort put into every episode. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. Yeah. And then I'm watching actually a video now today about leftist YouTube, the leftist YouTube primer.
Oh boy. I got sucked into a rabbit hole of French cooking. in French.
Okay.
I started watching it last night because it was like one of those videos that popped up because I was watching Weird Al, and then this video popped up next, and I was just like, oh, what's going on? And it took me a good 2 minutes to realize the guy was speaking in French because I just automatically translated it.
Right.
And I was like, oh wow, I was like, that's a really fancy French fry. Because he's like sitting there, and I don't know why this channel has such a love affair with like mashed potatoes being reformed into other things, but there we have it. But he made like mashed potatoes into this giant curly French fry, and he's like piping it into the hot oil like in swirls, and then it became like, part of the dish that he was making. He made like a grilled ham and cheese.
You sent me that video.
Yeah, I did, because I was like, dude, I was
like, is that a funnel? I thought that was a funnel cake. I didn't know.
I thought it was a funnel cake too until I heard him talking, and then I like, oh, that is a potato. Many potatoes. I was like,
I've been watching. My rabbit hole has been glass blowing.
I love glass blowing.
So the Cornell Museum has glass blowing presentations and stuff.
Yep.
So that's been my go-to lately for de-stress.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been watching TikTok for de-stress because my child is addicted to this one channel, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of the channel, but it's this dude from Long Island. He's got such a heavy accent, and apparently he's like 6'5", 6'7", something like that. Dude's huge. Okay. And his kid is the one who runs the channel. And so this guy's got this really heavy accent, and the kid's like, oh, you know, my dad rating my girlfriend's accent. And, you know, she'll be like, corner. And he's like, corner. He's like, no, it's corner. My child.
You show me that too, because dude's like freaking Peter Steele.
Oh my God. It's corner. Not that hard. So yeah, so my kid is now talking like that guy, and I'm loving it.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
To my husband. And Ty will say something, and he's like, and he just like belts out this Long Island accent. And I'm like,
oh, that's funny.
And Ty just goes into this automatic rage for some reason.
The Pennsylvania Dutch kryptonite.
Apparently. When worlds collide. Speak of the devil and he appears. That's what you get. So yeah, that's been my child's love. I'm watching that one lady that I sent you the videos of, where she talks about like quantum physics and then has all the beautiful paintings that she's painted in the background. She is fascinating. I just love her channel to bits. And of course, Sean Barry Parsons, shout out.
Yes, love him.
Oh my God. He's a hoot. I wish I could play his videos for my son, because he would love those videos.
Oh yeah, but they're so inappropriate.
Oh my God, so inappropriate.
Oh my God.
New York socialite.
One of my favorites.
She talks about Dick Cheney.
Yes.
and who's the dude that just died that was in the royal family?
Prince Philip?
Yeah, the Queen's husband. Yeah, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's been dead for years. They finally just noticed. I was like, oh my God, so wrong. We're all going to hell. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos because I fall down the rabbit hole. I listen to Orcus Auditory quite a bit because in over 25 years of audio production work, I have never heard a voice that gives me actual chills when I listen to it. And this dude's voice actually gives me chills.
Who is it?
Orcus Auditory.
Spell that?
ORCUS Auditory.
I know how to spell auditory. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to check that out.
It's bizarre.
Where would I find it?
TikTok or Instagram. I think he's on YouTube too. He's got a fantastic voice. Like Peter Steele had a great voice, but that accent kind of threw it all.
Yeah.
Definitely a great singing voice. That game. Yeah. His singing voice.
Amazing singing voice. Yeah.
But yeah, Orcus Auditory, that dude's got such a fantastic voice. I've also been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. Of course, Strange Familiars, because it's Tim.
Tim is, he's great.
I know. And I ended up discovering Monster Fuzz as a result of Strange Familiars. Monster Fuzz. So shout out Monster Fuzz. Those guys, I was listening to them. I listened to them on like the way to work and stuff, just to kind of like, they're hysterical. They're absolutely hilarious. I almost drove off the damn road laughing so hard.
Another one who does cryptids is D.A. Roberts. So it's D.A. Ex Machina. And he does a lot of talk with cryptids and the North American Dogman Project and things like that. And he's very interesting.
Well, the Monster Fuzz guys they're two Irish guys. So they've got that brogue going on, and they're freaking hilarious. I mean, they do like we do, where it's just like you go in this tangent and it comes back around full circle eventually, maybe. Yeah. But sort of. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of them, especially since I've got knitting projects on the needles. So I listen to a lot of podcasts while knitting. Nice. But Monster Fuzz, if you need a laugh, listen to those guys. It's like the guys that you hear in the bar that are just so drunk they're hilarious. Right. And you're just like, I just got to hang out near these guys and listen to everything they're saying because I'm dying. So, and the one guy, Eamon, is like constantly just singing parts of whatever they're talking about. Like he just breaks out into song, and I'm like, oh my god, he's like my little sister. Like I'll be sitting there talking to her, and all of a sudden she just breaks out into song. I'm like, what is wrong? Why are you doing this? Is it some sort of
theater kid? Is your sister a theater kid?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, she is the science-y part of the Pisces. I'm the dreamer. Okay. So we complement each other because she's very down-to-earth realist, and I'm very much head in the clouds dreamer. Flaky fish.
my little wish fish.
I am a wish fish. So, but yeah, those guys, I was driving home and I can't even remember what they said, but I was cackling laughing, and it was coming up on this curve, and I was just like, oh no, I'm going too fast.
This is how it ends.
It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die because I was laughing at a podcast.
That's great.
It would be totally on brand too. I mean, driving off a cliff into a cornfield, listening to a podcast, and I'd die laughing. That would be the worst part.
Oh my goodness.
Like rolling over, just laughing.
That's hilarious.
Which made me laugh even harder. I was like, oh my god, I'm totally gonna bite the bullet on this one. So that one I've been listening to. There's some really good ones out there. One sec, I'm gonna look here. Where Did the Road Go? Weird Darkness, Horrifying History.
That's a good one.
Yeah. The Radio Drama Revival is a good one too.
Okay.
Cabinet of Curiosities. Morbid.
I like Morbid.
Strange Familiars, of course. I'm gonna shout out.
Something Scary is good too.
I think Scary Stories. A Voice from Darkness. If you have not listened to that one, that is really good. Scare You to Sleep is a good one too. I listened to that one to go to sleep. I've got so many. Old Gods of Appalachia.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a good one too. 13 was the other one. The Hidden People's another good one. Lighthouse. Unwell is fantastic.
I only have 2 years, baby.
Huh?
I only have 2 years.
I literally listen to this stuff while I'm trying to fall asleep, and then I end up not sleeping because I'm listening to
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like everything that I listen to that it gets into like it starts getting interesting. I have to kind of like put on the back burner because that's going to be something that I'm listening to. Like,
yeah, I need that when I'm awake.
Yeah, versus trying to fall asleep. Like Let's Read. The guy's got a really soothing voice, so that helps me fall asleep. Weird Darkness is another one that I fall asleep to. I mean, it's interesting, but yeah, every once in a while the stories get like really interesting on Weird Darkness, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to fall asleep to this one, and I have to like put it out of the rotation, mark as unplayed, go to the next one. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts because it just kind of helps turn off my brain.
Yeah.
Like I need that distraction. So
same.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this yesterday on my way home from the doctor. Do you ever have silence in your brain? Or do you constantly have a running monologue going?
Oh my God, there's always a running monologue. The only time it actually gets silent, like silent, is when I'm meditating. And even that is like very small clips of silence. It's just been getting more and more, it's just been getting worse as I get older.
Yeah, because I constantly have a running commentary going in my head.
Yeah, like I basically, when I'm meditating, I picture a blank chalkboard, and then I write a word on it, and then I just focus on that word, or I'll count while I'm breathing. So I'll count in, count out.
I do the counting while I'm breathing in, but then I do a lot of visualization.
Yeah.
Like I'll picture myself in the woods.
Yep.
On a particular rock next to a particular stream.
Exactly.
That I actually been to, and this rock is huge, and like the warmth, it's always warm even in winter. It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do the visualizations, but yeah, it's really hard to just turn it off. Like, just be quiet.
I've never been able to.
I did once, and it was.
That sounds scary. Honestly.
It was relaxing. Like everything just shut up, and I was like, it's like, holy crap, it's quiet. And the way that I did it, I will not repeat. So yeah, it was kind of scary, but kind of nice. And I was just like, okay, I understand now why this is a thing, because it just, everything shuts up, and it was so nice to just have that.
You'll have to tell me offline.
Yeah, I will definitely tell you offline, but I'm not gonna say it here.
Yeah. Sounds nefarious.
It totally was. So yeah, tell us what you've been binge watching, binge listening, etc.
I've been listening to Crime Junkie.
Nice.
And there's a podcast called True Crime Bullshit I've been listening to. Yeah, it's a serialized thing where he talks about a serial killer over numerous episodes. And he started out with the serial killer Israel Keys, and he's very interesting because he's one of the guys that goes under the radar. His name isn't repeated often, but he killed a lot of people.
Wow.
In the Midwest, yeah, and got away with it for a long time.
Wow.
And I've been listening to a lot of music. Because I use music as a way to help visualize and do like, it's almost like biofeedback because it helps with the pain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, sound does help with that.
Yeah, and I've been listening to a lot of Tibetan singing bowls and things like that, and that's helping a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like on the Insight Timer app, there's the it's binaural beats with various hertzes of sound.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so you get your alpha waves, your theta waves, your delta waves, etc. And if you put that on, but not in headphones, like headphones, it's nice, but if you actually put it on to speakers pretty loud and sit in front of the speakers, it's a neat effect.
Nice. We'll have to put links to some of these things in the description box, so everybody can enjoy them.
Yes,
particularly timer. Like the Insight Timer and you know, Tim's podcast and
yes, Timothy Renner, Strange Familiars podcast.
Yes,
Monster Fuzz is the two Irish guys, Eamon and Rob.
And D.A. Roberts. Yeah, he has a great series of novels as well based on cryptids and law enforcement, things like that. And he has experience in the field, so it's really interesting the way he's written it, because he like knows people that do. There's this company called Dark Angel Medical Supply that he talks about. That's a real company.
Oh, that's.
I mean, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah, hats off to him, because he does like 2 or 3 different live streams a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've been catching up on music too, now that I have my Apple.
Who are you listening to lately?
I have literally downloaded everything by Raison d'Etre and Desideri Marginis and New Risen Throne, Mount Shrine, Council of Nine. So all of this stuff, like for the uninitiated, is very dark ambient. Dronny Darko, Dronny, and then Protou, Prou. There was another one. There was a really good one too. It was let's see. There. Council 9. City's Last Broadcast. Another one. Lustmord. V&V Nation, A-Pop.
I love V&V Nation.
Yeah.
I've been working my way through the Killing Joke catalog.
Nice.
Like everything. I started at the beginning and I've just been working my way through to the present time.
Nice.
Yep. And that's including all the dubs and remixes and deep cuts. I'm loving it. Jazz Coleman is either a madman or a genius.
Yes. Yeah. He's both.
Yeah.
I love Jazz Coleman. He's amazing.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
He is actually brilliant.
Apocryphos is another one.
Okay.
It's Apocryphos. And then Atrium Carceri, that was the one I was trying to think of. AtriumCarceri. And I fell down that rabbit hole because I was listening to Atrium Carceri and I ended up going to City's Last Broadcast and just went down this whole like dark wave rabbit hole.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it started off with like Raison d'Etre and the cold meat industry label, and then it just went from there. So it was kind of crazy. Another, I totally forgot to mention. So another thing that happened, I got elected.
Yeah. That needs to be its own episode.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, there's nothing to really say because I still don't know like what the hell I'm supposed to do as this thing.
Oh,
so I am
maybe we should look into that.
I did, yeah. I think it's a paid thing, so I think they actually pay you for it. But
Okay.
basically, I got elected to, to be the Ward 3 Minority Inspector of Elections. So basically, what that means is I came in second.
Came in second for mayor?
No, for the Inspector of Elections.
Okay.
So there's another one who got more votes than I did, but they are obviously probably on the Republican ticket because I live in a very Republican area. And yeah, so somebody wrote me in and I was like, who thought that was a good idea to give me that responsibility?
I know. I'm in charge of what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got like one write-in and I won. So I ended up getting a very nice letter from the president of, I don't even know, president commissioner, congratulating me and to say if I had any questions to give her a call, and she gave me her phone number and everything. And I was like, wow. I was
nice.
like, so like this is like a for real thing. But yeah, they gave me like a certificate with like a sticker, like a gold sticker on it and signed by everybody. And I was just like, what does this mean? So I should probably like read that over a little bit and call her and find out what that all is.
Oh, I got good big news.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to see The Cure for the first time next year. I've never seen them perform.
What?
That's 10 o'clock, so you booked your time slot for.
Oh, I apparently have to book more time.
Just going by what the calendar said.
Woman.
Oh my god, he's so funny.
It's my fault. I talk too much time.
That's all good.
So you were saying you're going to see the
I'm going to see The Cure for the first time. I've never seen them play live.
It is a show.
Simon got tickets for us to go see them in Leeds. So not only am I going to see them, I'm going to see them in England, which is awesome.
That is awesome. I've seen them twice. Yeah. It's United States shows, obviously. I saw the first time I saw them was at Nassau Coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
And that show was amazing. The entirety of Nassau Coliseum was sold out.
Oh, I bet.
And when they sang pictures, it was during the Wish tour.
Mm-hmm.
So when they sang pictures of you, like everybody sang. And to this day, I still cannot listen to pictures of you without sobbing like a baby.
Oh, I bet.
So that, and they're really amazing at just like jamming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just, you think the show's going to be like a couple of hours, and next thing you know, it's like 4 hours later. And
yeah, I'm like beside myself excited because this has been like the holy grail of my bucket list.
Damn.
So
yeah, it's a great
show. Every time I think about it, I get all flappy and almost fly away because I'm so excited.
The funniest thing is I have yet to actually stay for the entire I've stayed for the entire show the second time, but I dislocated my kneecap just as they started playing Boys Don't Cry. The first time I saw them, my aunt was like, okay, we're leaving because we're going to beat traffic. And we left during the encore, and it had Boys Don't Cry. And I was like,
what is it with you in this song?
Right? So I'm like, I am clearly just never going to be able to experience the full uninterrupted encore set. Because the kneecap dislocation was distracting.
a little bit distracting. Yeah,
I understand now why people threaten to break kneecaps, because
it's a lot.
It's a lot. when I got x-rayed and everything and they saw that everything was back in place, they're like, wow, whoever reset your kneecap did a great job. I'm like, thanks. And they're like,
all I did was whack it.
No, I didn't. I kicked it.
Oh.
I bent my leg and kicked it back into place and it hurt. I was like, I figured it wanted to be back there.
Yeah.
And it was going to hurt more if I waited. So there we go.
Yep.
But on that note.
On that note, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, it was fun being back in the studio.
Fun being back with you, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to put more time on the calendar.
Yes.
So
definitely. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Da, da, da.
Theme song. We got to work on that theme song. There's a project.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going with that yet, but should we go dancey or should we go like somber?
I don't know. Maybe we can get some suggestions from our viewers, both of them.
Make suggestions.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why my face is turning so red.
I don't know. You are getting really flushed. You having a hot flash?
No. It's like literally there.
Yeah, and your
my cheeks are like all red.
Yeah, I see.
It's almost like a chemical burn.
Yeah,
you know
go wash your face.
The sunlight hit me. I don't have anything on my face right now at all.
I'm just thinking the cold water might feel good on it. That's all.
Yeah, thinking it was the sunlight. It hit me.
Possibly.
It burned me.
We'll do it. At least you didn't burst into flames. Smell sparkly.
And with that, we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.